The Lotus and the Pond. A gray-bearded old man and a young man were observing the blooming of a lotus, sitting on a shore of a silent pond, when the young man interrupted the silence. The young man said, "Master, why is the meaning of life hidden from us? We meditate trying to understand the logic of things happening around us. We see separate parts, and we are aware of their interrelations, but all of our efforts appear to be in vain when a new component appears, destroying all of the previous logical constructions." The teacher reluctantly turned his eyes from the flower, saying, "The meaning of life can only be understood by someone whose mind isn't clouded with earthly troubles, wishes, and passions. Only newborns are close to that state." The essence of a newborn reminds us of a lotus soaring on the unshakable stillness of the pond. The winds of aspiration, the rain of attachments, the snow of grievance, and the ice of loss don't touch the surface of their soil. Their moistness is not dried by fear. Malodorous bubbles of fear don't take to the surface the slime from the bottom. Their shores are empty, and the forest by the shore doesn't defile the child's clean water with fallen leaves, branches, and needles. Then later, the world appears with all of its meaningless worldliness. On the shores of the pond, an impenetrable thicket of teachers grows up like mentors, friends, enemies, lovers, children, and relatives. Constantly, the water's surface becomes inseparable from the thick garbage on the shore. Every word, every moral, every kiss, every punch or kindness, every influence disturbs the untouched soul of a child, making him grow up and go further and further from the understanding of the meaning of life. The student shouted heatedly, "But we can't get rid of all these things. We are people. Our life consists of the course of these actions, this coil, the boiling of these passions and wishes. Or are you asking people to become ferns?" A light smile touched the lips of the old man. "You've understood everything right, my boy. You want to search for the meaning of life, search for it. Nevertheless, to do that, you will need to refuse every carnal wish, attachment, and feeling. You will need to become the grass, the fern. Go live in a temple. Become a hermit. Rip all of the ties that join you with worldly troubles and passions, and then possibly you will be able to go back to the beginning. However, what is all this for? Is the search worth it? Ask yourself this question, and if the answer will be negative, remain the person between the people. The teacher turned his eyes toward the lotus again and finished. And about the meaning of life, you will always be able to talk with friends while sitting in the shade of your home terrace, listening to the cheerful laughter of children, drinking green aroma tea that your loving wife brings to you.